All right, so you guys have been watching AEW Dynamite lately, and a lot of people are paying attention to the small, subtle additions to the show. But there's something that AEW has been doing very significantly throughout the past weeks, and honestly, I gotta give them a lot of props. My name is Ango. This is Destination Pro Wrestling. I talk about pro wrestling on a daily basis, pretty much bringing you the latest in Impact, AEW, WWE, and so on. If you guys want more pro wrestling news, go ahead and click that subscribe button and, just check it out. I always got some good opinions, fantasy booking, all that good stuff. Definitely worth a look. Now, with that being said, guys, like I said, AEW is known for adding a lot of subtle additions to its product. And a lot of times people don't realize that AEW is foreshadowing something very, very big. Now, this past few weeks, I've been talking a lot about the idea of Sting coming to AEW. A lot of people, for some reason, still don't believe that this is happening, but I truly believe that AEW has something up their sleeve. And honestly, when I was watching AEW Dynamite tonight, I've pretty much come to the conclusion it will more than likely happen, if it does happen, this upcoming Saturday at Double or Nothing. And I think this is the perfect time for AEW to do so. With that being said, I want to know what you guys think. So as always, just drop a comment down below. Let me know whether or not you agree with me, disagree, whatever it may be. But it is being said that Sting is going to AEW. It's going to happen at some point. Obviously, AEW and NXT's ratings are still going down. They need a lot of momentum. They have Mike Tyson at Double or Nothing. They have a lot of things happening at Double or Nothing. But tonight's show continues to tease and foreshadow the appearance of Sting. And I want to tell you guys how I think it's going to go down. And we can look back at this video on Saturday night and see if I was right or wrong. But if you guys didn't know, recently on AEW Dynamite, the last few weeks, the weapon of choice for Chris Jericho is a baseball bat. I think everybody knows, as soon as I said that, exactly where I'm going with this. Everybody knows the Sting, the baseball bat was a very, very big, I don't know, it was like a trademark for Sting. Like everybody knew, like if you saw a baseball bat, you saw Sting with it. There's a lot of association that goes with that. And this is actually being said to happen based on the fact that AEW doesn't necessarily want to announce the Sting debut. AEW doesn't want to, answer any media questions in regards to Sting coming, but this is a little subtle hint that Sting is coming. And I think this is really important for AEW to execute very well because there is no crowd in attendance. And in just a moment, I'm going to talk about how AEW could make this work. Now, let's just be honest, AEW Dynamite has been pretty iffy. Some episodes are great, some episodes are just kind of meh, and some episodes are just downright bad. But on tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite, we finally got a clear explanation of how the Stadium Stampede match works. And this is really what excites me because AEW is really thinking outside of the box during a pandemic. They're thinking really outside the box in pro wrestling in general, and I love that. Yes, we do get a little bit of that WCW classic NWA rub, but at the same time, too, I think AEW continues to do a good job of modernizing certain things as well. So the Stadium Stampede match is actually where I believe Sting makes his debut. And that's all because Chris Jericho has been carrying that baseball bat. So let's just be real. The baseball bat, the rumors of Sting going to AEW, how do you pull this off? Well, first, let's explain Stadium Stampede, because for those who don't know, it is a very, very interesting concept. So AEW is going to have 2 pro wrestling rings inside the Jacksonville Jaguars stadium at the 50-yard line. And at the 50-yard line, these 2 rings will be next to each other, similar to War Games. There won't be a steel cage or anything like that, but there's going to be a 5-on-5 match. But there is falls count anywhere. So anywhere within the facility, somebody could win. I believe there is elimination. I don't know if that was officially said, but I do believe there is some sort of elimination portion that is integrated into this match. But based on watching AEW Dynamite tonight, Hangman Page made his return, and he continues to tease his departure from the Elite. It sounds like at some point, Hangman Page is going to break away from the Elite. When Omega, Matt Hardy, and the Young Bucks were celebrating together, the shot was panning out, the Elite was written on the football field. On tonight's episode, Hangman Page left. And this continues to be a trend that we see from Hangman Page. Now, this is where things get interesting. As we've mentioned, the baseball bat has been pretty significant. So I actually believe the Elite will lose to the Inner Circle. I know it sounds kind of crazy. A lot of people want to see the Elite win in this situation because the Inner Circle continues to get the upper hand. But I do believe the Elite will lose this match, mainly because of Hangman Page. I don't believe Hangman Page joins the Inner Circle. I think this is him doing his own thing. I think he gets frustrated with the Elite and he finally calls it quits. He will be the sole reason for why the Elite lose to the Inner Circle. And then I believe something very major is going to happen. Sting will be all the way up on the seating. I don't want to say rafters because it's not going to work like that. But being at Stadium, you're going to see him all the way up top in his jacket, face paint, and the baseball bat. And I think they're going to do something very unique where Chris Jericho continues to dominate. Maybe a post-match beatdown or something like that. You're going to hear the crow sound effects. I think Mikey Ruckus from AEW is going to have some custom music with the crow sound effect, and the Titantron or the scoreboard for the stadium will have Sting's logo on the screen. And you're going to just see him pointing the bat at Chris Jericho after the match. So this way, AEW is now going to be able to focus on Hangman Page and the Elite. That's going to be its own storyline, and Chris Jericho and Sting will have their own storyline as well. I think that is the clear purpose, the clear vision of Sting's debut with AEW, and I personally look forward to seeing if they pull this off. That is my prediction. They continue to tease the baseball bat, and I know a lot of people's response is, well, it's just a weapon. Why not use a steel chair or why not use a kendo stick or whatever? It's a very, very significant thing. And AEW always likes to play off the internet rumors. They always like to do that. And I think that's what makes AEW so interesting. Even if you guys haven't been enjoying Dynamite lately, I promise you guys, if AEW does make this happen, if Sting is outside of the stadium or up top in the seating with that bat pointing at Chris Jericho and the lights go off at the stadium, I think AEW has a lot of people ready to tune in on Wednesday night. And I don't know how this works with Sting's medical condition because WWE was unable to clear him. But at the end of the day, if he is cleared, if he is ready to go, if AEW will put him in a physical match, a lot of people will question why it's against Chris Jericho. But I think that is the match that needs to happen. AEW needs to capitalize off both names. The casual market of pro wrestling fans, I think they will be intrigued by the storyline. And it's going to be I think it's going to be a safe match. And I think that's really what's important here. And I think you're going to see Sting involved in so many ways with AEW that I think the wrestling thing is just a one-time ordeal. But I think we see more of Sting in another capacity. And I've personally predicted maybe having Sting as the commissioner. I don't know if that's something AEW would do. But I do know for a fact that AEW and Sting have something really good that they could put together if they do this long term. If it's just a short term thing, I don't think anybody really benefits from it, getting a quick pop from the fans. But if you can use Sting to possibly put over Darby Allin or Jimmy Havoc or something very unique of that nature, then I think AEW could excel here. Call me crazy, guys, but I'm telling you, from what I'm hearing, Sting to AEW is pretty much a done deal. I think there's going to be a lot of content with Sting on AEW. Sting being on TNT in the first time in over 20 years will be incredible. There's a lot of stuff you can do there. And Stadium Stampede is the perfect opportunity to do so, even without a crowd. And I know a lot of people are upset that crowds aren't a thing right now, but pro wrestling will have crowds very, very soon. We already know this. I've been talking about this on the channel. So, guys, make sure you subscribe to Destination Pro Wrestling. Whatever is out there, I'm going to bring you guys the news. I'll bring you my opinions with the news, bring you guys daily analysis. AEW, WWE, Impact. Right now, I'm just trying to enjoy all the products. So, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think I sound crazy? Do you? Don't lie. Just tell me in the comment section if you think I sound crazy. But if this does happen, you guys know who said it first. So make sure you guys subscribe to DPW. And of course, guys, don't forget, we got some new merch. I just got to bring this up really quick. It's all in the description down below. DPW Plus, merchandise, all that stuff. I gotta plug it, but I don't want to plug it in the beginning of the videos because you guys asked me not to. So you guys know that how that whole thing goes. But nonetheless, if you guys want to support the brand, it's all gonna be down there. And one last thing, I will be uploading Double or Nothing predictions. It should be up one of these days. So if you guys want to see what's coming out with that and what I actually predict will happen, I'll have a full card prediction video. All right, guys, this is your boy Ango at Tango with Ango on Twitter, and I'll see you next time.